My name is Nicole Spurlock. I am a business development associate for Fast Signs of Fullerton and Brea. The most important things that I've learned in the Women's Rising Leadership Academy is the connections with other women and to lean on them for support. This was not something that I personally grew up having a big belief in or being able to trust. So that's been a huge thing. And also just to not be afraid to try. These things that I've learned have really changed and impacted my life in ways that even from the very first session, we watched the seminar or the speech on not being afraid of no. And that has already just translated in my work life. I don't let no make me afraid, and I also don't fear to say no to other people when I need to as well. And that was a huge thing that has already helped so much in my day-to-day work life and personal life. I see transformations in myself in being more adventurous in my career, not being complacent or staying where I'm at. I am actually taking steps on a really big adventure coming soon that is going to allow me to branch out in ways that I never felt that I could before. I'm going to be moving into a new area and meeting new people and trying new things and maybe trying a new career avenue. And these were all things that I was so afraid of, and I've been lifted up and have given the confidence to do so now. I've experienced some small transformations at work. For an example, in my work meetings. Now I run my Monday work meetings and I bring the team together. I'm not afraid to speak up and share my opinion, and that led me to actually be leading these meetings now. My team respects me. I give each person time to talk, and I also get time to talk, and so that's been super beneficial. I get my ideas heard. I have received a lot of positive feedback since I started the Academy. My team has noticed a huge increase in my confidence, my overall ability to work with interpersonal relations and customer service. It was already my specialty before, but I've honed in on it even more. And I get so many great customer feedbacks just about your demeanor. Oh, Nicole is so friendly, Nicole is so confident. And I wasn't receiving those prior to this. WRLA has helped me overcome a very particular issue, how to say no to a hug. And this was a really interesting lesson that I wasn't expecting to learn, but it came into play in my personal life, and I ran into somebody that I may have not been super comfortable to greet in that way, and it was trying to be expected of me. And the tools that I learned, my handshake, my little maneuvers, actually helped me to avoid that situation, and I was comfortable and I felt secure and in control, and I'm really glad that I learned that prior to that meeting. I feel I'm different as a professional now versus before the Academy. Very specific example you gave about how to avoid getting emotional in conversations. This was a really tough point for me before. I couldn't have any conversation that was about a serious matter without starting to cry and tear up. I just get very emotional when I'm passionate. And the tricks that you've taught me to keep that from happening and just keep a steady head. I've gotten less feedback of, oh, she's so emotional, or she didn't handle that well, and I'm able to be more composed in my serious conversations, and that's already helped in my latest yearly performance review this year. I'm going to apply all of the practices, tips, and tricks from WRLA into my real world advancement by being adventurous in my career, which was not something that I wanted to do before. I didn't have the confidence to do before, and now I'm not afraid to fill out an application that I might not be totally qualified for. I'm ready to take that leap and maybe try a new field, or try something to hone in on a different skill that I have passion for, and I'm ready to do that. I'm really excited to put those tools that I've learned and connections that I've got to help me when I do that next step. I feel that the lessons that I've learned in WRLA have changed the way that I converse with my boss. I'm just able to handle the criticism a little bit more, the critique a little bit better without getting emotional about it. And that shows my boss that I'm able to take that and I'm going to turn it into being better. In my performance review, I got a direct, you have done this. The relationship has improved in that way where we're much more on the same page, and that's made a huge help in my day-to-day, just not feeling stressed or any anxiety at work at all. I would greatly recommend the Women's Rising Leadership Academy to my peers, and I have already done so actually to my own mother. She'll be joining next year. I know she's really excited. I've also been telling all of my friends about this. They are all so excited for me. Every time I come out of the meeting, I'm calling people, I'm saying, guess what I learned today? Guess what I learned today? And everyone just loves it, and I'm really trying to spread the word. I think this is an awesome program, and I thank my ladies at my work for signing me up and getting me into it in the first place. I couldn't have done it without them. I just want to say thank you for putting on this program personally. Lacey, you guys are awesome, making this possible for us. I have met so many women who have been messaging me outside of this program, checking in with me. How are you doing? What are your accomplishments? Guess what I accomplished? It brings chills of happiness to me, and I'm really thankful that you make this program possible.